All right, let's go. Banging tunes. Yeah, I have to use this. I have to use this playlist because it's DMCA free. So, and Hollywood and the West world is not going to go after me. So, but yeah, enjoy the beats. How's it going, everyone? First things first. God damn, I have new boom arm. And you guys, if you know what this is, you probably are going to recognize it. Yo, Jonathan, how's it going, brother? Road crew, baby. Awesome. Yeah, this is like my first step. I'm planning to invest a lot into revamping, my old equipment, switching it up with some new stuff. And I also plan on getting the Rodecaster Pro. That's like stepping up the game a bit. And also the Shure SM7B. I just love that, man. No, this is the same microphone, the Rode NT-USB, but I am planning to get some heat. Let me share my screen and I'm going to show you guys what I plan on getting. Yes, so the Rode SM7B, as you can see, I have like a lot of YouTube videos doing my research before I buy anything. This bad boy, god damn. I love this, man. It is aesthetically pleasing, it sounds good, and if Michael Jackson picked it up for his whole Thriller album, I'm not gonna question his choice, right? Exactly. And I also want to get the Rodecaster Pro to hook everything up because I can't really connect the SM7B. It's an XLR microphone, so I'm going to need an interface, and I plan on getting this bad boy, so check it out. It has 4 XLR inputs. It has an Aphex audio processing on board. Yeah, the Cloud Booster. Yeah, I mean, I went to the local audio shop today, and turns out that they don't have the Cloud Booster, but they have something different. It's a company from Netherlands. The device itself is like way smaller than the Cloud Booster. All right, let's see. Yeah, I know the Cloud Booster. Everyone has this, yeah. But this guy showed me something like the Dynamite. Let's see, Dynamite gain booster. I'm not aware of the technical. Yeah, there we go. The Dynamite thingy. Do you know this? From SC Electronics. It's literally like a Dynamite stick, as you can see. So you basically pop this in, and then yeah, I know. So yeah, this dude showed me something similar to this. It was not the SC Electronics Dynamite. It was a company from Netherlands, but he claims that the sound is crisp coming from out of it. And what it basically does, and as I read today, is it converts the phantom power, the 48 volt phantom power, into an additional 25 decibels gain, which is a clean gain. So yeah, that's pretty much what it does. And yeah, I'm not gonna get the Cloud Booster because I don't think anyone has a Cloud Booster on sale in my country. But yeah, I'm gonna get something to to pump up the gain a bit. And yeah, I think this is going to be an amazing rig. Cool Gear channel, like and subscribe. Exactly, yeah. But what I like about this, for example, this piece right here is Groovemate. Yeah, this channel is sponsored by Shadow Raid Legends, or what was the game name? I don't know. But yeah, check it out. These sound pads at the right, there are like 8 of them. You can actually program them. They just output MIDI with the latest firmware of the Rodecaster Pro. So you can basically program it and use it as pretty much like what was the name, that the Stream Deck from Elgato? Yeah, you can like program every button. Not like supported from Rode officially, but since it outputs MIDI. And of course we get some batteries from, no, I can't really get some batteries. It's the Devil Made mouse. So there's the charging port. You cannot really use it while it's charging, but hey, I just need to check my equipment and batteries, from time to time. Yeah, so that's what's up, guys. That's what's up. I am stepping up the game. And I love it. Like everything glows. The buttons are rubbery, clicky. I don't know. It's gonna be amazing. Yeah, Logitech. Yeah, I know. I like this one because it has the gestures, right? And I can easily like go up and down, left and right in Figma, which I use a lot. So that's the reason why I am still, you know, using this mouse. But yeah, and for today's streaming, we are going to continue building that app that we wanted to build with Twitch's API. We also use Supabase. Who's your vote? Oh, Atsuski, yeah. And yeah, guys, let's continue. So I'm gonna sign into my Supabase dashboard. Yeah, a colleague of ours has an MX Master. I'm not sure if it's the version 3 or version 2. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think it's also a good mouse. Awesome. So what should we do? Right now we have the authentication going. It's Chost. How's it going, man? All right, so check it out. We're building a super cool app, a streamer's schedule, and you're definitely going to be on there. So what we're trying to build is, yeah, because you just like joined, we are building an app with Next.js primarily, alongside with Chakra UI, Supabase, and Twitch's API. I'm doing this because of my upcoming, yeah, exactly, because of my upcoming workshop that we did, and I'm going to create a course on Next.js with Egghead. So we're basically like doing these live streams on how to build a Next.js app, but a real world one, right? And we wanted to make it raw, so you know people can see all the ups and downs, and me reading documentation and debugging, and you know looking like an idiot in front of the camera. But that's just everyday life, right? We all know and love, and that's pretty much the goal with this series. And the app itself is going to be super cool. Like I plan on using the Twitch API to retrieve all of your all of the followers that you follow, all of the people, all of the streamers that you follow on Twitch. So if we clear out the application, we still don't have a logout button, by the way. Let's just refresh. We are going to get thrown, oh god damn it, I left the debugger statement right here. Yeah, you're going to log in with Twitch. It's going to ask, there we go. Yeah, because I already logged in. Yeah, I'm logged in with Twitch, and now I need to, I know, yeah, zero churn. But yeah, basically now we are going to try to just implement a little bit of layout, like log in, log out, you know, the navigation bar, everything like that. And then build out the pages one by one, where the first thing that I want to do is pull out all of the streamers that you follow and build out a schedule from their scheduled streams. Like for example, if we visit Twitch, Trust Codes, we should see his schedule, right? If we click on the schedule tab, there we go. Alex is streaming tomorrow. Let me just pause this. Alex is streaming tomorrow and on Thursday, right? And I want to build something like this, like the schedule tab in Twitch, but with all of your followers, like a streaming calendar, right? People that are going to, you know, just like give you a calendar with all of your favorite streamers and what they are going to stream. Yeah, dude, it's Alex. And yeah, that's like what we aim to do. We either going to make this calendar or make something of a lists, something like that. We're going to start simple. If we're like that ambitious, we can go and build out a full, you know, full calendar component in Chakra UI. That's going to basically add these streaming schedules based on a, to see my phrase. But yeah, that's the goal of what we're trying to build. And also I think I'm going to use this app as well to figure out when you guys stream. Like check him out, Alex has like 2.3k followers. I mean, of course he streams non-stop, right? I am not there. I'm trying to get there, but I've been lacking lately, like 314. You know, I appreciate that as well. But yeah, I think it matters when you stream, or at least that's like what I read. It matters when you stream, on what days and what time. So yeah, I could probably use the app that I'm going to build to figure out when I wanna stream, like when everybody is streaming and stuff. Yeah. Awesome. So let's go. Let's check it out, guys. We're going to start simple. Let's try to define just like a little layout. I guess we can like use Twitch as an inspiration, right? So we have some stuff in the top left, and there's the user in the top right. We already have the avatar component in Chakra. We just need to utilize it. And since we're logging in with Twitch, they are also giving us the link to the image, right? So we can just pull the image out and set it to the avatar. So let's build that. Let's build that. Here's the index page, right? I'm gonna get rid of the. There we go. Here is the index page, and right here I have this thing which I don't like initially, because we just put it here just to make it work. By the way, how's the font, guys? A lot of fun. Also, I picked the horse domain. It was set, and yeah, I heard it's desired from a lot of folks, so it is a great idea, and there's demand as a course. It's even cooler. Yeah, I think it'll be super cool. Yeah, we have a lot of, you know, a lot of stuff up our sleeves with Egghead, and I think it's gonna be super cool to like unravel them one by one and just like work on them. It's gonna be amazing. All right, so maybe we should like refactor first, because this is in our home page, and what this actually does is a get session, right? Method that pretty much gets a session from Supabase. If there is no session, we're going to try to obtain it from the URL, because as you can see, let's put a debugger here just so you guys can see what happens and why we have that little piece of code right there, this thing right here, right? So we just refreshed, right? We are trying to get the user session, but it's null because we cleaned out the let me allow this, and Egghead course, yeah. So right, we cleaned out the application data, the site data right here, and right now we don't have anything, right? So if we check out the user session, it's null. Duh. Now what we want to try to do is when we land on, you know, after the login, basically an OAuth authentication happens, Twitch redirects us to localhost 3000 because that's where we told Twitch that we want to land on. When that happens, we are here, right? And there are some stuff in the URL, but you're going to see that later. Right now we just like logged out and hit refresh, and there is no data. Let's see. God damn it, what? Let me just scroll down up to here. There we go. Okay, it don't matter, right? So nothing happened. There is no URL session. There is no there is an error, or not error. I didn't like log it out. But yeah, router.replace/login, and that's where we're at. If we try to log in with Twitch now, as you can see, it goes to Twitch and then it goes to localhost, and you can see the access token right here, the token type, the refresh token, right? The provider token. This is what we want, and that's why we actually call get session from URL right here. Because if we proceed, we can see, is there an error? No. Is there a URL session? Hell yeah. And this is what we want, right? Yeah, exactly. And this is our user. Here's my user, and I also have an avatar URL, right? Which we can use to display the avatar image at the top right, and basically build out the menu with the logout and profile. I'm not sure what we're going to do, but yeah, that's pretty much what we have at the moment, and that's why we have this piece of code right here, right? So now it's not going to go to the login page because we already have the session. We're just going to say set session, and here's the refresh token from the URL session that we have. Let's see, refresh token, there we go. It needs this thing. Go ahead and set the local session, which I have here in a standard use state. I use state variable, but I don't really like this, guys. So it works, but nah, we can't leave it like this. We have to do something about it. So I'm thinking about introducing a little what was it called? It is, yeah. One thing that I noticed is that, for example, the index page must be client-side. Otherwise, you cannot get the session. If, for example, if it's a server-side rendered, the refresh token, the URL and provider and all these things, you cannot really get them in the get server-side props. So that's like the little thing that misses, and I need it, right? So we are going to leave this as a client-side page. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, but I don't know what we need to do. I guess we have to, keep this page a client-side page. So that's what we're going to do. And because this is the page that that always lands after we log in successfully, I'm not sure if we should wrap this in a state or not. In a hook or not. I am not sure. I mean, for example, we have another page, like let's say profile.csx, and in the profile page, I'm not sure like we want to handle the authentication, because after login you'll definitely be logged in and you'll definitely be on the index page. But I guess just in any case, if you think about it, maybe the authentication runs out and the user clicks on profile, so he's technically not going to go to the login page, right? So yeah, we actually need the provider. But I also know that Supabase, they have this JavaScript, another package. I'm not sure what the name was. Let's try to find it together. Yeah, this one, Supabase auth helpers, right? So maybe we want to utilize this thing. I tried to play with it in a previous project, didn't get into it and into a greater detail, but we'll check it out now. And what I think what this does is it already has the provider for us set up and everything, even some login screens. I know, yeah. Let's actually try to npm js.com/package/this. Yeah, we are going to dig in and see the reason why this package exists. And it doesn't have a readme. All right. Supported frameworks, Next.js. Yeah, I think it does. Yeah, I think it does. It gets the token inside, under the hood. Because we pretty much do that here, right? Get session from URL, and if it does, we say Supabase auth set session. I think everything happens under the hood. But yeah, we'll try to figure it out. So let's go to the pages app, and we can see that there's a user provider right here. What I also don't like is the Supabase client that they export. Yeah, it's actually they do. I think it needs to be. Where was it? Yeah. Yeah, I know exactly. But yeah, these are basically the things that we need to add. And then the client gets created. I mean, the client can actually inherit them from the process.env, right? And I guess I don't need to pass a client, but I do need. It is too magical. But let's check that out. let's check that out. This is the logout and this is the component. Let's see the, yeah, let's see the protected page, because this is what we're after pretty much, right? Get server-side props with authentication required, redirect to /. That's okay, right? This is cool, this is chill. What we also want to do is implement the protected route and also the supabase.ts right here, and there's a handle authentication from the helper as well. We are going to dig into this and get to the bottom of it, right? So index in this case is pretty much the index page. If there's no user, the auth screen shows up. Oh man, okay. Login page. Yeah, that's the login page. Let's go, guys. Let's just start and see where this takes us. So we want to get these two and place them into the app. There we go. And we want to do this as well. So then my Supabase client will be obsolete. So I'll just need to like remove this supabase.ts. I already have the, you know, the options right here. So I'm just not gonna use this thing. From now on, I'm going to use the Supabase client from the authentication helpers. And that's pretty much it, right? There's the logout and the component. Okay. Now the index page, which is in our case is the home page, right? But we are going to work on the login page first. Let's get rid of the console logs, handle login, login with Twitch. All of these things are cool, but we want to use this thing right here, right? And what do we do? Supabase from test select everything dot single set data if user load data, and there's a use user that comes from authentication helpers. Now that's okay, that's chill. So we are going to bring this in, use user and the authentication thingy. I'm not sure we are going to need the client. Oh yeah, we actually do. Okay, let's bring in the client as well. And then what we do is just show this thing right here, right? Handle login, user session, provider is Twitch. There's the auth, Supabase client. Why is it complaining? Supabase URL is protected, but type Supabase client is not a class derived from Supabase client. Okay, guys. There's the client, there's the authentication. I was getting errors last night in navigation as it wouldn't get the session.user if navigated, but it would on refresh. That is not cool. But let's see. We're gonna do a sign in. Provider is going to be Twitch and only Twitch. Social layout horizontal, large buttons. The client is giving me nightmares. The expected type comes from property Supabase client, which is declared here on type intrinsic attributes and props. It warns you about using a default import, like where? Should I be doing this instead? But there is no, yeah. Try imports, Supabase authentication, Supabase client. .default is not assignable to type. Oh guys, I don't know, let's Supabase client import. Well, this is inside and it's not really a default export, it's a named export, right? There's a create client. Okay, let's just use our own. How about that? And we also have Supabase right here already imported. Let's see. There we go. And instead of using, but oh god damn it, I think we're gonna have issues. Okay. we got these two and then just slapped them like this, but we have issues now. There's the Supabase client. This is hard to read. Property Supabase URL is protected, but type Supabase client is not a class derived from Supabase client. I guess this is the output, like maybe the versions are misaligned. Let's see if something happened in a newer version. Oh, that's beautiful. I guess let's check out npm.js package Supabase authentication helpers. We have the 1.1.2.0. It's like the latest one. Maybe we should like downgrade to 1.1.3 and see what happens. Let's do that. Because for some reason it doesn't have a problem getting the Supabase client here in the user provider, but it does if we want to use the auth components from there. Magical link, only third-party providers. Okay, yeah, I want to do only third-party providers. Restart TS. Yeah, we should do that. We just do yarn dev. Restart TS server. Nope, complaining again. I think they have something internally. Authentication helpers. React. No. Package.json, what is this? 1.1.3, right? So we have the 1.1.3 version installed. God damn, we've hit a wall in like the first 30 minutes. That is crazy. Oh man, you guys need to document this. I hate when I need to like go back and go back and go back to what I initially had. Is the example using that import where it uses? Yeah, I just like copy pasted it. Like, check it out. Let's go to pages, index, and this is it right here. Right, but then they use the import from here, from the dist folder that's right here. There's Supabase UI. Okay, but we can like use some of the stuff. Okay, here's the configuration. Create an auth directory under the pages API, and we want to do this. Okay, that's cool. Wrap your underscore app component with the user provider. We did that as well. Client-side data fetching with row level security. Server sides with authentication required. What else do we have? Server-side data fetching with row level security. Let's see. Supabase server client. Okay, that's cool. They also have a server client. So you pass in the contexts and it knows that it's a Next.js context. Cool. Protecting API with authentication required, and then there's also the protected route right here. Oh, wait a minute. This on the server, but it's okay. It's API route. Okay. Yeah, we have to do that, but I'm not sure we want to do that right now. Right, so let's just like proceed with this. I'm gonna cut this and just like make it a one-liner. And that's it. This is good enough. This shines. Let's bring back the old version, yarn and yarn dev, so we can continue. And right, so yeah, this is it. Now this Supabase right here, let's not use that. We want to use the Supabase client from this package right here. Import from here. Let's see, Supabase client. Wait, there is also a class. Wait a minute. Let's go back to the login page and try to do that thing with. Maybe you need to use the capital S because that's a class, and I remember it complained something about not being a class. Examples, next, pages, index. Now it's with the lowercase client. That is, oh man, I don't know. Let's just like give it a go. Why not? We are already here, right? So we're gonna place the authentication here and use the capital S Supabase client. You like that? No, you don't. Type of Supabase client is, oh god damn it, this is actually no, it's actually a class, and these are protected. Nope. Okay, moving on, guys, moving on. We're not yak shaving right here. Let's just get rid of this. Go authenticate, and when you land on index, I want you to use the Supabase client, which is the local one, not Supabase, the one that we created. So we're going to just hook up, you know, the authentication manually and just let this client know about this session. So we're just gonna do set session or get session from URL and all these things, right? Okay, that's about it, I guess. Yeah, I don't think we're going to need this because we already have the user provider, right? So let's try to comment this out. We also don't need the session and the router, right? Because if you, for example, look at the protected page, there's this thing right here with authentication required, redirect to slash, but not really. Profile. Okay. God damn. Okay, let's oh man. API authentication. Okay. API authentication supabase.ts. And slap this inside. Log out, return to slash login, not slash. Okay, god damn, what is this guy yelling? Okay, we got the API done. Protected route. This is if we wanted to have a protected route, but we don't at the moment. Okay, so there's a loading right here that we show. But I bet from Next.js we can do use user React use user, right? What happens here? Access token user is loading. Okay, so is loading. An error. Let's try to get the error as well. So if it's loading, show the loading progress. Otherwise, you have the user right here and show the email, right? So let's see if this works. hit refresh, loads up, no email, nothing, nada. Let's go here and check that again. So is loading is true, no error, I guess, and no user. Let's move on. Is loading is true still. Is loading is now false. Is there an error? No. Is there a user? No. And nothing. What about now? No, no, no. And that's it. Reverting all the changes. Okay, so I gave it a go. It didn't actually work as expected, so we are going to proceed on our own. So just going to go to the package.json, and this is not ready yet to be used, so I'm just gonna remove the package, go to the app, and basically back to square one. And I think it's like good enough. I'm not sure why we actually needed to even think about using that. I'm just gonna import Supabase from, we said tilde Supabase, right? Let me just create a Supabase folder and place the Supabase inside and rename this to index. I think I had some issues with that. Alright, so let's see. Base is source and then path. We're gonna do tilde Supabase, and that's going to be source/Supabase. Yeah, source/Supabase. I think let's restart the TypeScript server and see if we get it. No, we don't get it. Index.ts. Guys, how did we do this? Nope. Maybe like this. Okay. Sweet Jesus. There you go. Happy? Go for it. I don't think the path needs to include. Garrett, thanks for the follow. I don't think the path needs to include source. Which path? This thing. So like this. Let's see. My man, awesome, awesome. There we go. Okay, cool. We're on a roll. We're on a roll. Thank you so much. Supabase. Okay, now we got it. Now I'm gonna leave this right here, this ugly piece of code, but it does the job, right? So we can actually start doing the layout itself. Garrett is here, guys. All right, so we got source, we got theme. Let's create the layouts. And we can do the, let's create a layout instead. Right, so this is going to be our layout. Component, right? We are going to import props with children. For now, we are just going to get the children, but maybe we'll do some, we'll add some more items in there. So what we want to do right here, I don't think we are going to need to have any executable code. We're just gonna jump straight into JSX. So we are going to add a VStack. Definitely. I'm gonna set the spacing to 0. Right? Inside. Oh, come on, visual. Inside, we wanna render the navbar, then the children, and I guess we're not interested in the footer. It's an app, so let's do navbar.tsx. No props, I guess. So this is going to be an H stack, right, where we justify with space between, but first we're going to add a container. So we can do width is full and max width is container dot, I don't know, XL, for example. And then we place the H stack inside. And now the first thing that we do is, I guess we want to add the lists of items and maybe a little logo. Right, so let's add a little heading just to have a placeholder. Streamers schedule, right? And then we want to do the avatar. And the avatar, we want to get the user now that lives, I guess, in our application. Let's see. Probably not. Hey, am I? You're on dev. That's why I wanted to really implement the authentication helpers. Oh yeah, it's like the laziest way to get the, you know, get the props with children. So this basically adds the children prop along with yours, so you can also have your own props here, and that'll just work. But yeah, why I wanted to like have the, oh, okay. We got the user right here, right? So this is the Supabase authentication token. Maybe it's time to build our own hook. And it's going to be use user.ts, right? Use user. Exports. Const use user, right? We are going to have, we're going to separate the user from the rest of the stuff. Right, yeah. But I don't want to use the FC. I don't know why. It's, yeah, I think it's like a preference, or maybe you gain something by using the FC. All right, let's see. Use authentication. There we go. Garrett to the rescue. There's the authentication context. Beautiful. Beautiful. Sign in with Twitter. Dude. Log out. Dude, I am stealing this. I'm definitely stealing this. But let's see. Yeah, of course, man. Of course, this is like what we wanna, this is exactly what we wanna have. So here's your Supabase client. These are the React imports, the session, and what I wanna do right here is just separate the context from the hooks. Oh yeah, the tabs. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. Doesn't matter. The dude likes it that way. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I like this. I like this. On authentication state change, you call set session. That's cool. Here's the session. Yeah, let's not have that conversation. All right. Yeah, we can definitely pick this apart, guys. We can definitely pick this apart. Use authentication, so it's going to give me the context. The initial state is a session logout, sign in with Twitter, and set session. Okay, that's cool. There's the provider. There's the value. Nice. Nice. Use authentication layer. So you're not actually exporting this, you're just like using it here. Okay, that's cool. And this is your hook. Okay, yeah, let's reuse this. Let's reuse Garrett's code. I was gonna do providers folder, and inside we're going to do authentication .tsx. Hit everything inside. This is our local import from Supabase. Right, sign in with Twitch. Okay, set session, because we want to have that. Let's see now, sign in with Twitch, right? On state change, we want to just set the session and forget the session. Now let's see the data. Okay, so still, right, yeah, all good now, right? So we want to fetch the authentication provider and go in our app page, right? And just do this basically. Providers authentication. Let's create one for the providers. All right, so let's do import out provider. It's actually not the default export from providers /out. Okay, cool. Theme. Let's also fix up the theme. There we go. So I can just do this. Theme /index, but we don't want to do index in this case. Yeah, let's do that instead. Okay, cool. Now let's go into here. This will just return the context, right? So what I want to do is initial props. Let's do initial. Let's just do props. And this is the initial state. The props are the same. They don't change. There's the layout props right here. Let's use that little trick we just learned. Props with children. And I'm gonna set up an empty object right here. I don't think we need to precisely say, yeah. And there we go. So provider, here's the data, there's the children inside. Awesome. Now we wanna, for the sake of simplicity, let's create a use user hook that can utilize the use auth. So we can do use authentication right here, right? And that is going to return us the session, right? And if there is no session, no, wait. We want to do user set user. When I have it locally, so it's going to trigger a re-render, right? Use state. Now let's see what the type of the state should be. Our session is a session, and inside it has a user, and it's of type user. And that type user comes from GoThrough.js. Okay, that does it, right? User, but it's going to come from the Supabase JS. There we go. So user, return user, right? Oh, use state, use effect, sorry. I'm gonna place an effect here that's going to return, it's gonna do set user session dot user when the session changes, right? And that's also nullable, so we want to do or null, and that's it. Use user, and that's going to return us the user itself. So user is use user from our own hooks. God damn, we forgot the. You want to update it when the session changes? No, so why need the if statement? You're actually right, and we want to do that as well. Let's first add the hooks. Here's our hooks. Let's go back to this. Beautiful. And actually, yeah, when the session changes, just do either, it's either going to be undefined or, and if we remove this, oh man, it could be null or undefined or user. Yeah, let's keep it as because this is going to return an undefined. If this returns undefined, I just want to return null, and we are still undefined. Initial null. There we go. So it's either user or null. Sad. If condition is better. Why do you think that? Because when the session can be null when user log out. Yeah, and we actually want to set the user to null in this case, right? So we just want to clear it out. That's the intention behind it. Yeah. All right. So now we have the user, right? This is the navbar. There's a photo. Let's try. Let's go to Chakra UI, do menu, and we're going to create a menu, but instead of a button, we're gonna have an avatar, right? So we want to do this right here as a third. So Chakra UI React, Chakra UI React, list, and menu item as well. For now, I'll just do logout. I don't know what else we want to do, but this is going to be an avatar component. Like so, and if we go to avatar, we can see there's a name and source. Use the popover. Let's try to create it like this: source user dot user metadata. And I'm not sure what we want to use here. User metadata avatar URL, right? There's the avatar URL. Where's the name? There's the name. There's a name as well. So let's do that. User metadata name. I don't want to add an icon, or actually, why not? We also want to do yarn add Chakra UI icons, so we can install, we can just fetch the chevron down icon. Is this from Chakra UI icons, or probably not? Let's just remove it. I guess it's from, where was it? Oh, menu. This thing right here, chevron down. Yeah, I think we already have React icons, so we just React icons. We don't. Let's add them. And the query should be chevron down. Yeah, I think it's from React. Chevron. Okay, let's get this one. Yarn dev. React icons. Hero icons. Okay, nice. So what do we got? What do we have? Oh, of course, we're not using the layout. God damn it. Okay, there's the chakra provider, and inside we want to do layout. We are not going to have multiple layouts. We just want to, yeah, get the layout, and we're going to have a single shared layout. So what's going on? Stack H2, welcome Lazar Nikolov. Do we use the navbar? We don't. Here's the navigation bar as well. Streamer schedule. There we go, guys. There we go. We just wanna style it up a little bit. So the avatar, the size should be something smaller. Like SM, for example. The heading should also be smaller. Or medium, I guess, in this case. I want to add just a little bit of vertical padding right here. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Now the only thing that we have right here is the image tag that's not actually clickable, and that's bad. It's bad for you know, accessibility and stuff. As you can see, it's not really, you can't really target it. Oh, actually down arrow is not actually showing up. You are right. So maybe right icon doesn't actually work. Right, but we want to transfer this into as any component with as its span, the menu button itself as avatar. What if we did the ordinary button? We'll do variant is unstyled, right? But we'll move these insides and do the avatar right here. What do you guys think? Is it going to work? There we go. See that? Exactly, yeah, so it's a button and the avatar is the child of the button. We just want to do, except variant unstyle, we want to do, I guess, the rounded is full, and I guess P set it to 0. It still has a bit of a padding, right? Here's the button. Here's the span. 32 by 32, 40 by 40. Okay, what if we just like remove the size at all? Oof, not really. Maybe add the small padding. Yeah, there we go. Awesome, an avatar that is clickable. So now if we can see, I can, using the space keyboard, activate the menu, right? That's accessible. The unstyled variant. Button and show avatar is child one. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We just want a button that can be clicked, and that's going to trigger, you know, the menu. But the avatar is just going to be a child of that. Okay, cool. Let's implement the logout, right? So we don't need the chevron, and instead of use user, we also want to use the use authentication from Gerrit and only fetch the logouts, right? So when we do on click on the logout, we'll just do logout. Let's see what happens. Exactly, yeah, since it's a button we can add that. If we click log out, this thing logs out, but we are not really logged out, aren't we? So we want to change that. Index, this is wrong because it only waits for the router, but we have the session right here, right? We can do use authentication. Thank you, Garrett. Session, right? And instead of doing this whole thingy, I guess we can do this, right? Or can we? When we log out, we want to go to the login screen and we want to replace that. Maybe we should go to the provider itself. Where's the logout function? Initial state. Use authentication layer. Sign in with Twitch. Logout. There's the sign out. Beautiful. Now we also want to do use router. So when we log out, we just want to do replace. Router.replace / login. No matter what, right? Logout. Go to the login page. And that's it, right? So this should work. If there is no session, there's a loading thingy, set session, okay. But what if there is no session at all? Like at all? We'll find out. Inside here, instead of handle login, let's pull in the Twitch, sign in with Twitch, and then do that on click, and now we're safe, right? Let's hit refresh, login with Twitch, but now we also have this, oh goddamn, okay, cool, yeah. We also have the login page, and it has the logout button, goddamn it, okay. Let's do the per page layouts. I think we have to. Right, so app props. We wanna extend the app props in this case. And let's check out how we did that in the notes of my course. So custom layouts, per page layout. So this is how you can create a per page layout. We need these two. We want to import next page, but import type, because we want to import the type only. Import React node, again type, as well as the element, right? And now instead of app props, we want to do app props with layout. There is a fallback that we need to add in case the get layout doesn't exist, and then we can use the get layout right here instead of layout, right? Get layout, and we want to place the component inside. So let's walk through this. What we did right here is extended the app props, the Next.js app props with our own, right? So these are the Next.js app props, but we are changing the type of the component, which will be next page with layout, and that's also our own type that extends extends the next page, which the component is by default, but also adds an optional get layout method that accepts a React element as the page and returns a React node. And that's it, right? That's pretty much it. In case it doesn't exist, right here, we are just like returning a reference to a method that accepts the page, or the component in this case, and then just returns the component itself. So this will be the case for the login screen, right? Give me the login component. Do you have a get layout? No, then just go ahead and start rendering, right? Or give me the home page. Do you have a get layout? Oh, yes, you do. Okay, well then here's the login page, right? And then go into the login page, oh, sorry, the home page, and implement the rest of the stuff. So we need to build the get layout method for the index page right now. So here's the home page, right? So we'll do home.getLayout. We're gonna get the page. Yeah, it's a pretty used feature. Right, as we mentioned, the arrow function accepts a page which is a React element, returns React node. There we go, and we want to return our layout, and inside we'll do the page. We'll just return the page, right? We can also make this a one-liner because we are cool people, right? Okay. Let's see now. There is no sidebar at the top. Login with Switch. We should be redirected to the home page. Streamer schedule. Welcome. Beautiful. Here's me. Log out. Okay. Okay. How do you guys like this? Logged in. Log out. There we go. What if we did, it is beautiful, man. What if we did this instead? That's it, ship it. Everybody should use this app. Yeah, but what if we did this? We are logged out, but we are on localhost 3000. We don't have a session, and we're basically not logged in, right? Let's check out the application window. Nothing, nada. If we did log in, we should see the Supabase thingy, right? This thing right here. So we can utilize the local storage API to check if there is. Okay, let's see the Next.js recommended layout, children, example, single shared layout and per page. That's exactly what we did, right? Get layout or this. And there's this is the TypeScript thingy. That's about it, yeah. Awesome. But yeah, let's check out if we can. Did you write those docs? No, I copied those docs. If you're asking me. But if you're asking Sad Mahmoud, then maybe he did. Ah, okay. Right, so what were we supposed to do? Yeah, we want to go to the provider and see if we're logged in or not, right? That's what we want to do. Here is the initial session, right? Here's a set session if we want it, but I guess we don't. And here's sign in with Switch. So if we sign in, we do set the session right here, so we don't really need this one. And there's logout as well. But when this thing right here happens and we're not logged in, we want to throw the user back to the login page, right? There's the thing. Now this is a use effect now, and then this use effect actually doesn't have a dependency lists. And I don't think we want to do that. So we just want to subscribe only once, right? Add only one subscriber on state change event, and then set the session right here. Okay, there's an event authentication change event as well. Let's see what that gives us. Signed in, signed out, token refreshed, user updated, user deleted. There's an event as well. So what if we create a layout that checks if session exists or not? If user exists, it renders the page, else it redirects the user to the member and wrap all pages into the layout that needs authorization. I guess we can use that as well. We should definitely make it like that. I was thinking if that should be part of the provider itself or the layout itself, right? Let's see. Here's the layout. Are you not going to add a protected page? We will add a protected page, yes. And that would be the home page right here. And let's see, just like, try to remember how that looked like. But this is an SSR. It will handle, but yeah, in this case it's the SSR, but we can have the protected page, I mean the login page protected using SSR because the authentication will not work, right? As we discussed earlier, we cannot set or will it be? But now, yeah, this is with authentication required, so this is from the authentication helpers. We want to do that by ourselves, so I'm just gonna remove the whole API because we don't actually need that, right? Let's see if we need it or not. Log in with Twitch. Everything should be okay. Okay, cool. Now let's log out again and try to go to the main page, of course. Right, yeah, and this is why I want to have, you know, I want to place the authentication check right inside of the provider itself. Just so we can check the local storage if there is no need to parse it or anything like that. Just like return true or false or null if it's undefined, right? Because we need to use the use effect to access the local storage. While we're accessing the local storage, we cannot say that we're not logged in because we still don't know yet, right? That's what I am thinking about, yeah. I don't know, let's see. Set is logged in. Use state. Initially it'll be a false. Can it be a boolean or null? Because null, okay. So I'm just gonna return is logged in right here. Boolean or null. Oh, god damn it. Okay. Is logged in initial state is going to be null. And then we'll set up an effect right here. We already have that right here. We want to use the local state right now. So local storage, sorry. What was the name? The key. Maybe we can create like a, yeah, false, but like what if you realize, right, man, if we return false and we still haven't accessed the local storage and it turns out that it's true at the end, that's why I need 3 states, right? I need 3 states. Loading, or I don't know, maybe we can like make let's make actually, instead of a boolean, have the state to be yeah, instead of being a boolean, let's make a string literal. Why not, you know? Instead of is logged in, we can do or just state logged in or logged out. is loading booleans. Yeah, we can use a state for that, right? Yeah. Or logged in, logged out, I don't know, checking, I guess. And the initial one will be checking. Yeah. And let's see now. This type should be changed to this type. Actually, let's use type instead of interface. I don't know why, I'm just like used to using types. So here's the state type. We are going to make this thing right be state and checking by default. Now we're being explicit about what we're actually doing, which is great. Yeah. Right, so is logged in. Now we want to check that the Supabase authentication token exists right here, right? So auth token exists, local storage has item, was it, or get item key returns the name of the nth key. No. Get item returns the current value associated with the given key, or null if the given key doesn't exist. Okay, that's great. And we wanna get this key right here. Exactly. So I guess we wanna do set is logged in. No. So if the auth token exists, right? We want to do set is logged in to the string literal logged in, or null if there is no authentication token. We want to do set is logged in to logged out. Otherwise, oh, it's actually null. Sorry, it's actually null. But that's about it, right? If this is a null, then this is going to be true and logged out. Yeah. Getter setter pair. Instead of is logged in, maybe we want to do just state. Set state logged in and logged out. And by default, it's checking. And how should we handle the checking? So initially it is checking, but what if we wanted to do checking again? Exactly, right here. Yeah, so we are going to set the session. If the session exists, we basically want to do this, right? And instead of else if, let's just do else right here. If session, then logged in, otherwise it's logged out, right? Cool. Now let's go. Now maybe we should also create an HOC, higher order component, that takes the children. Is your brace key broken? Which one? You didn't like this, right? I know you didn't like it. Yeah, let me fix it for you. There we go. But yeah, so what do you guys think about introducing a higher order component that redirects to login if there's no session, and it's going to utilize the state and do all of those crazy things? Components. Boo. I know, but what do you think we should use? Like, I want to have something, maybe a hook with no return value, just like use ensure authenticated. Huh? How do you think we should handle this? But yeah, that's... or render props. Okay, let's try to create a hook. So use, I don't know, outguard.ts, for example, right? And it will use the use authentication. We're gonna get the state. I am thinking about handling this in layout, and the layout will work as protected routes or something like that. I know, yeah. And since we already have the, let's see, since we already have this thing right here, we can also create, you know, the redirect thingy, or do like, I don't know, home is protected equals true, right? And then we kind of mark this page that this is a protected page. Maybe we should use that, right? Let's try it. Let's try to implement it like that. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. So let's go back, because this is where everything starts. This is the get layout, right? And we can check right here. Yeah, we can check right here. So get layout is protected, right? Something like this. Or no, wait. We'll do the fallback. Component is protected. Otherwise, it's going to be false by default if you're not actually explicit about it. Then if is protected is true, we want to do that, right? We want to add a little spinner, check for the authentication for the state. If it's checking, chill it out. If it's false, redirect to, you know, redirect back to the login page. How about that? Authentication right here. Get the state, right? If the state is first, if we're talking about the protected page, and then if the state, what do we want to handle? We want to handle yeah, we want to handle two cases. If it's loading or if it's checking, then we want to return a spinner. If it's false, we want to redirect. If it's true, we don't actually want to do anything, right? So what about doing something like this? Enhanced page is going to be a React element, right? We want to switch on the state. So in case if it's checking, the enhanced page will be set to some sort of a circular progress. Okay. If we're talking about logged in, right, the enhanced page will be the get layout thingy that we have here, because that's what we want to render, right? Break React Node. Okay, React Node. God damn it, naming. And otherwise, that's false. Somebody call Dan. No, don't call Dan, please. Case logged out, and also the default thingy we want to do the router thingy, right? So router, use router, router.replace login, and should we default assert never so that all the cases are handled? What do you mean? I want to break it out. What if we create a new layout called protected layout and add these checks in the protected layout? In homepage, get layout method wrap the existing layout inside the protected layout that needs authorization. Okay, that would make sense as well. Using never in type switches. Okay. Here's the new value is added. Forget to add new case statement, then it throws an error. So how do we go about that? Use never type here. Exhaustive check never equals value throw new. Is not assignable to type never. Okay. It's not a huge deal, it's just handy for a production app. Yeah, I actually haven't seen this. And thanks for sharing it. I think it's maybe we'll decide if it's painful right now. Right, so if we add a third one, then input is going to complain. This is case one, assert, and it's never. Okay. Yeah, but we also want to do we also want to add, you know, the default and this thing right here, right? In this way, instead of checking this for all pages, we will only be checked for routes that have wrapped inside protected layout. I know, yeah, but then we somehow do that as well. For example, we have the is protected prop coming from the page itself, right? And then we also actually, yeah, let's do this and not handle the logged in state, right? So by default, the enhanced page is this. Minter, how's it going, man? Thanks for joining in. Right, so here's the enhanced page, which by default is going to use the get layout. But if we're talking about a protected page, then if it's checking, we're gonna do this. If it's logged out, we're gonna go to login. Doing great, a bit tired, and we should have cut the stream so far. It's getting late, but yeah, let's just fix this thing and we can go take a chill pill. But check this out. Let's just like debug this visually. We enter this, you know, we enter the my app, right? We have the is protected here, and we also have the use authentication here. By default, we are going to render this. No, actually, we're not. If it's checking, for example, it will use the get layout thingy and everything. Okay, yeah, I can see that. I can see why we need to explicitly handle the logged in thingy. Otherwise, we want to do this only. Now, this is code duplication, but I think we need to do this because, for example, if it's protected and if the state is checking, for example, or logged out, right? If we have this immediately at the top, then we will start to execute the get layout and the component itself before we even realize that the user is not logged out. So maybe maybe it's not going to cause any problems, but just to be safe, like only call the get layout either if it's if the page is not protected, or if it's protected and the user is logged in. So what do you guys think about that? Let's see. I don't know. Let's see if it actually works without. All right, so here we go. Welcome, Lazar Nikolov. Here's my photo. Log out, log in. There we go. If I go to slash right now, I'm still logging in. God damn it. Did we actually set the protected to the index page? No, we did not. Equals true. Well, let's try it now. There's the ugly spinner, and then nothing happens. Okay. App. Here's the enhanced page. We render that. That means we are in the checking progress, right? We are in the checking progress, but then something happens. Yeah. Then something happens and we cannot, I mean, the lockdown thing happens, right? But we are not doing the re-render of the app, so that's why we are stuck in the checking state. Exactly. That's not cool. And how do we handle that? I guess it makes sense to move this logic into the layout itself, because inside we can do the use effect. I know, yeah, use effect and add a status dependency to that user. But then we also want to do the enhanced page, and then it'll go here, which is not actually returning the page. I don't know. It will work, definitely. Is it? I'm just like thinking, should we do this, you know? Should we be doing this? Right? Right? We also want to bring in the set enhanced page as well, and I guess get layout. What is missing? Everything is missing. God damn it. Component. Page props. Set enhanced page is already there. Is protected. Get layout, AGD. Now, is it still router? Okay, there we go. Whew. And now we also want to wrap this with use callback. What about it? Memoized version of the callback, only change if one of the inputs is changed. Inline function as well. What do you? Oh, right, yeah. So either this or this. Oh, come on. Get layout is a React element. What do you... Ah, right. Yeah. Not cool. Not cool. So because the use callback, because this thing right here, we want to get the page actually, which is React element, and then call it out here with the page. Otherwise, what? Cannot invoke an object which is possibly on. What do you? Man, this became very bloated. So get layout, what is it? React element, and it's a... Okay. Is it going to work? Spinning forever. Not going to work, because probably the state doesn't actually change, right? The state is initially checking, right? But then we have this right here. Let's see when this happens. Right, so does it exist? It's null. So the state is logged out. Right, we are setting the state to be logged out. Yeah, cheers, man. Sofia de Marzo, thanks for the follow. State is checking. Now state is checking. Now state is logged out. Now state is checking again. And again. Yes, again. And that's it. Like, what? State is not being updated. Why is this happening, guys? Here's the state. Use state. Here we go. This is use authentication layer. Oh, and this is use authentication. And this is data. Right. Instead of use out, maybe I should actually use this thing right here. Because that's actually what we want to use if we want to have it working, right? Okay, what happens now? Nothing. Let's see. Is it protected? It's not, because we're in the login page. Otherwise, do the get layout, right? Is it protected? No. Oh man. This thing grew into something very big and unmanageable. Wait. Yeah, on a bit. Could make the dependencies use effect hook at line 50 change on every render. Move it inside the use effect callback. Alternatively, wrap the initialization. Maybe, yeah, maybe we can just like move it inside. Right, and then get layout is not needed right now, and the whole world is happy. Okay, we are at login. Let's try to sneak into the homepage. Nah. We will not go to the home page. There's a brief login spinning wheel in there. I guess we want to also do some styling to it. Let's wrap it in a flex. Make the width full, the height full. Actually, the height should be 100 VH. Justify center. Align center. So when we try to go to the login, to the main page, if you can like keep your eye here. Yeah, like that. Okay, cool, awesome, beautiful. While we're here, let's go to the theme and just like use something cool, imports with default color scheme. So I'm gonna extend the theme with default color scheme. Inside we want to do color scheme purple because we're doing Twitch components. Oh, everything. So button, inputs, circular progress, yes, basically everything. But we'll start with this and move on. When we are in our index page, we don't actually need this right now, right? When I go to the login page, button color scheme purple, we can get rid of this and hit refresh. It's still going to be purple because the default, you know, the theme extension works like that. So every button, the default color scheme is going to be purple unless specified otherwise. So if we hit login with Twitch, we are being redirected, access token, set session, back to login. No. We are still not there. Oh man, authentication is the worst. Like you can't get it right. Algebra, nothing, man. We have Supabase in the background as the API, but man, we are like trying to handle all of the states ourselves, and like, why? I mean, let's see. There's the token. Logged in, logged out, right? I'm using the out layer. That means state is going to get changed. Man. Here, let's do a little refresh and see what's up. State is checking. Let me add it to the watch. Where's the, oh, there you go, the watch. State. Who issues the token? You. No, Supabase does that. So, checking, again, checking, logged in. Beautiful. And what happens if we are logged in? Is it protected? No, it's not. That means go and render the get layout component, right? And that component should not actually be the login page. I mean, right now we are in the login page, but what if we just like refresh? Oh, okay, I got it. Oh yeah, it's cool, it's great, it's a new startup. Right, because we are at the login page, right? I mean, instead of doing we are in the login page. And if we are logged in the login page, we're going to render the login page. That's basically what happens here. But my question is, why are we in the login page when we did actually log in? So I'm gonna clear it out. See, now that thing changes, that's good. First, let's go to the home page, right? Is it protected? Yes, it is. What about the state? It's checking. Render the spinner. The spinner is being rendered. The color scheme is not applied. State is logged out. Is it protected? It is, yeah. So we should jump in router.replace. Beautiful. Now we're in the login page. Is it protected? No, that's correct. How about the state? It's logged out. It's logged out, and it's going to go to router replace. I don't know, it's not going to go because the login page is not protected. Okay, so then this happens, right? Let's try to log in now. Let's try to log in and see what happens. There we go. So we are still in the login page. It's protected. It's not. Like what? What happened? Why are we in the login page, you know? We should be here. Log me in. Okay. And now we're in login again. What? Yeah, man. Why are we even handling this? God damn it. Enhance page. Should be nothing. State is logged out. What about the router? As path logged in. Like, we didn't want to go in the login. This is the worst. And now we're back in login. Like, I don't know why we keep getting back here. What if I just like comment this out, right? Let's go back, go to the home page. Is it protected? Should be. Okay, and then what happens? Okay, now you can like do that. Beautiful. What if I log in and we're here? What if I go to the home page? It's going to spin forever, right? No, it doesn't actually redirect the user back to the login page because we set up the authentication to go to the 3000, localhost 3000, which is the slash, which is the index page. But then when we go to the index page, we basically get here, right? And somehow this thing happens. And that's why I am like, I'm not sure why it does. So let's log in. So we are localhost 3000 and the login again happens. Like, impossible. That's impossible. Oh man. It doesn't actually go here. It's like, wait a minute. Let's try to log in. And redirect URI authentication callback. Okay. What about slash login? Anywhere? Nowhere. Okay. Let's log in and get this guy right here. What about now? Slash login? No. Never. Nowhere. Okay, cool. It says that the state is logged out because we still don't have the state handled right here. Ah, man. All right, so this calls actually for another page, which will be the page where the user will land to figure out the authentication and everything, and then move on to the actual app. God damn it. Because we have everything that we need up top. The state is logged out because nothing happens in local storage. Right? What about the provider? Let's see. Here's this thing, right? It's either logged in or logged out. What about the event? Now let's... Event dot... Oh, it's actually just an event. I'm just gonna do state here. Let's actually see what happens here, and maybe we can like base event is signed in, state is logged in, event is signed in, state is logged in, but we still are met in the login. Let's see now. Signed in, logged in, signed in, logged in, right? But if it's signed in, and what about the session? I mean, the session exists, that's why we can see logged in, right? That's why we can see logged in for the state. Everything is positive, signed in, logged in. But initially, this thing right here, authentication token, exists. Yeah, maybe. Let's check it out here. We're gonna do pretty much the same thing right here. And let's see what happens first. So I'm gonna log in with Twitch. So first this happens, the logged out event, then the authentication change happens. Okay, what if we added this for a reason, to check if the authentication token exists. I know, yeah, what if we like removed it? We set that on purpose to handle the, right, let's see. Let's go to the application. We are logged in, but let's clear it out. Go to the slash. That's why we added it, right? Because it's not, yeah, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist in the local storage. That's the thing. That's the thing. And because this thing happens at first, we don't get to react on these changes, which is stupid. So what do we do? It doesn't matter if I isolate this, it's still going to behave pretty much the same. Log in. Here's the log. Then we go back to the logout. God damn. Okay, but what about what if we do and show the loader? Yeah. Let's actually like try to combine these things, right? Yeah, so we can do Supabase authentication state. I'll wait. Supabase dot what authentication dot get session from URL store session. Okay, store it, and this will return data or error. So data is going to be the session, right? and we're gonna call this Supabase session, and we're going to call this local storage session, right? So either one of these exists, consider it logged in. Is this going to work, guys? No, I don't think Algebra, I don't think it does, because local storage, when things change in local storage, I'm not sure we can get the event, right? We cannot really subscribe to it. Yeah. All right, so if we go to the home page, we get redirected to the login, which is cool because nothing happens, right? We don't have any session. Let's try to log in with Switch and see the check. There we go. That's what we want to see. What about now? Go back to the login. Okay, cool. What about now? 404 should be. There we go. What about now? Go back to the login. There we go. Login with Twitch. Don't go back to the login. Man. Like push and pull, push and pull, push and pull. And we're there. Okay. Guys, we were like supposed to utilize the we were supposed to utilize the Twitch API and like try to get the following lists and try to get the schedules for the streamers and everything, and we wasted another episode trying to like set up the authentication, but I guess we're there. I don't think we need to waste any more time on this. React confetti, yeah. I want to add React confetti in real life, man. Like I want to invest in that. Have confetti in real life when your app works after a while. Okay. Whew. I guess we're gonna take a break, but not going back. Finally figured out vacation. Okay. Okay, so oh god damn it, I was supposed to get rid of these. Less junk. Yeah, guys. When would you use callback? What do you mean when would I use callback? If I want to memorize any functions, there was a candidate. Where was it? In app here. If we had this line above, yeah, if we if for example, if we had this line above and re-renders happen, so these things change. This will not change in our nature, but React doesn't really know that, right? It will tell you to memorize the get layout based on the get layout function based on the criteria, right? So our get layout function right here depends on the component's get layout property, right? If that doesn't exist, then it's this. If it does exist, then it's that, right? And in order to, yeah, Mahmoud, yeah, thank you for visiting. In order to minimize the re-triggering of this use effect, because it needs to go into the dependency array. In order to minimize that, we need to memorize it, and that's why use callback exists. The other companion method is use memo, and the difference between use memo and use callback is, for example, in use memo you would memorize a function, a reference to a function, right? But in use memo you would memorize the results of a given of a given function. That's about it. If, for example, you want to only memorize the results, then use memo, right? If you want to memorize the function, the reference, a reference to a function, then use callback. And that's about it. So guys, I think we did what we did. We fixed the authentication once and for all. I think we're done. We tried to use the Supabase authentication helpers. That didn't go well. I think that put some stress on us. Like, we tried to make it work, it didn't. That takes a toll. But yeah, right now we have it working. I think we have the hooks and everything to, to continue and not care about authentication. And yeah, that's about it. I will continue my stream on Wednesday, I think, because tomorrow I got a lot of meetings up until late in the night, so we're going to skip tomorrow and probably do Wednesday. Otherwise, we can do Thursday after 7 p.m. And right now is like 9 p.m. About this time, yeah. All right, so thank you all for joining. See you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.